Okay, it is just one of those days where it's so hot and humid and it's just too hot for makeup. So I have on the appropriate amount to like get on camera, but not more than that. So excuse my laziness. Hey guys, thanks for coming back to check out another video. You know why I really like wearing black and white t-shirts? Because you can't see my sweat stains. TMI. Anyway. What are we doing today? Today is update something. It's in the title. I never know. It's the update to the 21 by 2021 project pan. So without further ado, this is just the rolling year-long project pan that I decided to do. It's 10 items rolling, hit goal. I think, I don't know. I will provide it on the screen how many items we have hit goal on thus far because we're over halfway through the year. I don't know if we'll make 21 items, but we'll see. So let's start off with our empties. I do have two empties for you. So the first one is the Bath & Body Works Bahamas sugar scrub. No, it wasn't a sugar scrub. It was just a body scrub. So here's where we were when we brought it in at the intro. Now, if you'll recall, this was empty space. It wasn't filled up all the way. This was where we started out at. And then the line has rubbed away, but it was about right here was where we were last time you guys saw it. And then I was able to get two more full body scrubs out of this before I had to call it quits. So, and it is empty. I really like the scent of it, but the body scrub, it just didn't feel exfoliating enough. So yeah, I wasn't too happy with that. And then this we rolled in last time. This is just like a little, not even a mini, just like a deluxe size of the Tarte Glow Wand, and it's in the shade Alight. Not sure still how you use this, but I used it as a liquid highlighter and it is done. I'm calling it. Look, the wand is dry. And it does look like down in there, I don't know if it'll focus, but down in there, there is still some product left. I left this sitting, you know, upside down and the stopper's out. I left this sitting upside down for a full 24 hours. Nothing fell out that way. So then I like beat it on my hand when I was like ready to do my makeup and still nothing fell out. So it's not a product that I liked. I just wanted to throw it in here as kind of like a gimme product to get this little guy out of my collection because you guys know, like, I don't even know where this came from. It just randomly appeared and I wasn't using it. So glad to have it rolled out and finished. Yeah, so I'm not going to struggle with it anymore. So then let's get into the items with progress and then we will roll in two new items. And yes, that's a lot of hand motions. Okay, so we have this Laura Geller Spackle Mist. I have not yet marked it, but here's where we were when we brought it in. Here was the last time, and then you guys can see where we're at. We're just making steady progress with this. I think I could use it up by the end of the year. So it says this is a prime, set, and refresh mist. I only use this as a face primer because the spray nozzle here is just so aggressive. It's like a stream at your face. It's really, it would ruin your makeup, I think, if you use this as a setting spray. And yes, I could decant it, but I think I said this last time too, where I have done that before and I've actually lost product doing it. So it's not terrible and I don't feel like it's necessary to decant it, especially if I'm just going to use it as a primer. So I put on like my regular like primers and then I'll spray this down. But yeah, so it's not a bad product. It's just not something, I don't think it really does anything. So it's not something I would like recommend if you were to find it somewhere, you know. Then we have our Too Faced Peach Perfect Matte Foundation. So it's opaque packaging and we can't see through it, but you can see how thin the tube is. I am not sure, you guys. I think this is breaking me out. Now this is about 1.5 to 2 years old, I think. So I don't think it's expired. Well, it says 18 months on the back, but I mean, I have foundations that are older than that don't give me any issues. So I'm going to lay off for this for the month and just see if my skin clears up, because it could also be just like those monthly breakouts that we all seem to get, because they are like right here on my jawline. But I don't know, I didn't feel like it's a lot worse since I've been using this than as opposed to like a few months ago when it was just that time of the month kind of breakout. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put this on hold for the month, see what happens. If my skin clears up and then I try this again and it breaks me out, then we'll roll this out. But I would ultimately really love to finish this foundation. So, okay. Then we have, my nose itches constantly. We have our Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation Powder in the shade Fair. Now the goal with this is just to hit pan. Everything else is to finish it off. So you can see, no pan yet. I am wearing this today because it is just too hot. The dome is basically almost gone, which makes me think that we could be close to hitting pan. If it stays really, I was gonna say if it stays really heatful, if it stays really hotful, if it stays hot, and I continue to use this as I have been, because this has been like my go-to foundation right now. If I continue on that path, I think maybe by the end of September we could have pan on this, which would be really exciting, because as soon as I do hit pan on it, I'm gonna roll it out, because it's not that it's a bad product, but just these massive products, like this is, you know, 20 grams worth of product, and then I had a bronzer that was 15 grams worth of product. I have just realized for myself as a project panner, like I need to go slow with those. So maybe like if I ever have a huge product like this again, maybe the first time I roll it in, make it a goal of like 30 uses, and then to roll it in to like a different project, and then the goal be to hit pan, and then roll it into a different project, and the goal be to like finish it, like take it in stages, because working on something like this, of this size, from start to finish basically is just, it's very daunting, and I'm really kind of bored with it, not gonna lie. So okay, then we have our ABH Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Taupe. So here's what it is looking like. I think you can tell we just have this little like half moon thing left. So it's getting very dry. What is the best way to rehydrate these? The oils that I have on hand, I have vitamin E, I have jojoba oil, and I have vegetable glycerin. So I don't know, I'm too nervous to like do it, and I've seen people do like a multitude of different ways. I don't know, if you have a way that you like to rehydrate gel products like this, let me know. So, but yeah, we're just gonna keep working on it. Okay, I have lost my piece of paper, so I'm just gonna talk about this one. I'm sure I'll find it. But it's our lip liner from Essence in the shade 06 Under My Skin, I think. So yeah, this is still kicking. I'm wearing this today underneath a lip gloss because it's just one of those days where I forgot to put on lipstick. So, but yeah, I think this will be gone by the end of the year. Not anytime. I think this is going to be hanging on until the end of the year. But as soon as I find my piece of paper, this would be a more exciting update. Okay, we have our ColourPop blush in the shade Count Me In. And here is what it's looking like. So hopefully you can see just how thick. Ooh. Okay, if I could hold this correctly. Hopefully you can tell just how like thin it is in there. I've had to rehydrate this twice now, and I don't know if it will keep standing up to being rehydrated without the formula changing too much. So I have put on pause all my other cream blushes because I was just rotating through the three of them. But I'm just going to solely focus on this one because I would love to have this gone by the next month. Because yeah, it's not been a favorite product. It was just one of those things where it's like, it's not awful, you can use it up and, you know, get it worked out. These things last forever. Like, this is, I have to say, a great value for your money if you're into this kind of formula for your cream blush. Okay, then we have our Essence All About That Matte Setting Powder. And this is what it's looking like. I still don't have pan on it. I don't understand how you guys are hitting pan on this left and right. Like, I've seen quite a few people work on this, and it's like they'll put it in, and then the next month it's like poof, pan, and then the next month it's like, oh, it's gone. So I know we all pan differently, but I kind of thought this would go a lot faster. But I only use it in my T-zone, and then if I get like a little heavy-handed with like the blush and the bronzer and need help blending it out, I'll use it that way. So if you're using, I guess, I don't know if other people are using this as like an all-over face setting powder, because then they're obviously using more than me, which is fine. That's how they want to use it. But that would be why I don't have pan yet. So, and the goal is to finish that off. Like I said, everything is to be finished off except for that Laura Geller thing. Okay, our e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This, I don't know what happened. We just have that little half moon shape left. Like, I just went ham with this, and I've been wearing this every day, but it was like, I don't know, it's kind of like how when you get pan on something and then the pan just really grows like crazy. it was kind of like that. Like we kind of hit the side pan over here, and then I guess it was just so thin around the edges, like thinner than I realized. So it's just went really quickly. But yeah, this will definitely be gone by the end of the year. So I'm very excited. How much is in here? I forget. And it doesn't, e.l.f. is terrible with their packaging. Like, I wish they would tell you on it, like, hey, it you know, contains this much product, because I'm gonna have to go look it up. I'm just curious. I want to say this feels like it's a good value for your dollar, because this is like $8, I think. But yeah. Okay, so what 2 items are we gonna roll in? I'm gonna roll in my concealer that I've just been loving and can't put down, because I figured, well, why not throw it in here and get credit for it, right? So it's the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Concealer. I have mine in the shade Fair Warm. I don't know if this is accurate. It's been sitting up for about 30 minutes. I don't know if this like window is accurate or not. I'm gonna leave it sitting upright for a full 24 hours, and then I will mark it and we can see next time where it's at. But it still has the stopper and everything in it. And with my concealers, I do plan on removing the stopper from it because they don't get that messy. So, and I really like that one. So I do want to get as much product out of it as I can. So then the next thing I'm going to bring in, this is it's from The Ordinary. It's their AHA BHA Pilling Solution. So I don't mind this, but I have a mask, an AHA mask from Bliss that I like better, that I think it's one, not as harsh feeling, because this can kind of like really sting, and it stings to the point where you're like, oh, I don't know if I can wait the 10 minutes. And the one from Bliss doesn't do that. Also, I just feel like the one from Bliss I'm talking about is their pumpkin enzyme mask. I just feel like that one does a better job when I'm having like an active breakout or any kind of texture and things like that. So also this one to me smells like buttery red wine, if that makes sense. It's not a pleasant scent. I don't like it. Anyway, so this isn't terrible. I can finish this off. I just need that push to finish it off. So I'm going to roll it into here. So this is where we're starting at, a little bit under halfway, if you ask me. I just use one little squirt of the, like, you know, what do you call this, dropper? My brain today, I just use one little dropper and put that on my face and then let it sit for 10 minutes. I probably can get away with doing this 1 to 2 times a week, I think. Maybe 3 if we're pushing it, but I think I don't want to go too crazy on my skin, so I think we'll just stick to 2 times a week. So I foresee maybe this being gone in like 2 to 3 months, but those are the 2 products we will roll in. So that is our 10, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.